Alright, I got my saw set up here for my first cut, my zero cut I'm calling it. And the way I did that was to take one of these blocks and a spacer, and that gives me my cut line. Put that in here. This one's a little bit thicker than the other one that I was using evidently. I'm going to go with what I have. I used, actually I think I used this one here. If I did, I got to come back a little. Alright, there's my zero cut. Which will run me right up this line. I'll put my number one block back here. I'll loosen this up. Run it tight again. Okay. So I'll make my first cut, use my kerf maker, make the second cut, remove my spacers, and go on down the line. Looks like my depth of cut can go just a hair deeper. Alright, since I raised my depth a little bit, I'm back to zero. I made an adjustment on my kerf maker to make it a little bit wider. I'm going to run this one more time. That's good. for an actual shelf here. And these are all going to be a little bit different because plywood is not consistent. That's good. I think if I need to, I will I can put a light sand on there to take that down just a hair. But it drops in. That's good. Alright, so removing one block and one shelf spacer. Coming over, lock down. Check my line. It looks like I'm, yeah, I'll be right on it. And very close. Yep, that's gonna be good. Okay. Now I just gotta trust the process here. Alright, that last cut is even the last two cuts are a little bit tricky. Yeah, that's snug. That one's good. What I was doing there basically was making sure I was tight against the fence. This is my square edge and this is my reference side. So as I was pushing through, I was making sure I was pushing tight to the fence, and this was just pushing at the same time with both hands. I wasn't really concerned about getting good pressure down over the blade. I'm worried more about getting a straight cut, because I'll true up the depth with my router plane. fitting up these dividers. I've got my gauge set here to this width, which is nice. And it seems to be pretty consistent all the way back and forth. But this side is just a hair longer. Not by much. Well, that one's tight. Yeah. So I'm going to set it. I'm going to set my table saw just a bit wider than this setting right here. Try one of these and get a good fit. And once I've got that established, I can shorten it up just a little bit and to get this side taken care of. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12 dividers. So let me cut one and we'll come back and see how it slides in. Alright, I've got this one fresh off the saw. I'm just going to take these sharp edges off with some 150. Let's see how it fits here. Let's put, I guess it doesn't matter. Try this slot. That's good. A little looser on that end. Guess if I was showing you, this is tight, snug, not in this, just a hair loose. I mean, I'm talking a few thousandths of an inch. So that tells me I got these pretty well lined up, which I'm very happy about that. So that's snug. And that might be less than the width of a piece of paper. Okay, I'll cut 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Slide them in, and then I'm going to try this same width. Let me just try this one over here. And it does fit. It may just keep the same width. We'll try it. All right, one side down, one to go. I do have one in here. I ran into one problem with this shelf. No. This one. I think. Yeah. So what happened is that it's either the plywood or the groove, I'm not sure which, but I had to take my shoulder plane and take just a fraction off of this one side, off of the top side, and then it slid in pretty nicely. So plywood groove, which I don't know, chicken egg, who knows. At any rate, I've got it in there. What I'll end up doing is numbering these shelves, so I make sure I put them back in the proper place. Everything looks good.